Hi. So I just wanted to share some thoughts on academia in general. Um, I think that people in academia, many of them, not all, but most of them, have this moral high ground that they are doing something superb for the society. They are. I wouldn't deny that, but I would say that is overrated, and their projection of the work that they are doing in their heads is the cause of it. It's not their work per se. So recently I asked someone that, oh, all these things that you are teaching and you have seen this life for a long time, so do you apply a lot of concepts if you seem to have similarities between your own life and the theories that we are learning? So do you have that, would you apply to them in real life? So his answer was, in my context it doesn't apply, but if that was the case, I would have definitely applied. So that got me to the point that, let's say, if first of all, those conditions never match in real life. In real life, for anything to mimic your theoretical model, it has to be exactly same, and we are not aware of most of the times what is happening in real life. So it is not applicable. Now you are taking ideal scenarios and situations, and you are thinking that, oh, in this case, under these assumptions, you can uh, expect that this thing would happen. But that's it. So that gives you limited applicability, and so I think there is a very big disconnect. And what is the point if you you are doing something which you can't necessarily advocate for, in the sense like live your life by it? So a lot of theories I learn in, let's say, strategic management, that's a course that I'm taking right now. I find parallels in the real world, a lot of places, parallels in your life, in relationships, in geopolitics. But the people in that field are strange, in a sense that they are just stuck with very management centric approaches, not really exploring anything else. So so you are you like, I asked this to one of my professors, are you like thinking in your life that, oh, am I doing it according to this principle? Are you in the shower, are you thinking like this? But his their answer was no. So if you cannot connect, then why is your interest in that field specifically? I would assume that you have some connection to it, you have some love for it basically, and that you feel that if you do this work, it would do some benefit in the society. So that has to be there. Otherwise, why are you doing it? And why are you claiming that this will better the world in some way if it that's not the case? So this is like a very simple test for all the people who say that, oh, we are doing a lot of great work, and I am doing it to save the society, or expand the boundaries of science. Would you do it still if you were so philanthropic? Would you do it under a pseudonym, a name that nobody can trace it directly back to you, would you do that? Or let's say just anonymously, like no name at all. This the paper published by so and so doesn't want their name to be published, but they want the work to be published for the sake of humanity, let's say. Can you do that really? If you can do that, yes, you are really doing it for the society, the humanity. But so, my realization is at the end of the day, it is because you want to do it. It's not because you want to save this planet, this organization, this society, yada yada. No, it is because you want to do this, and this is your way of earning bread. So, we human beings, when we know that we have to do something just to make ourselves feel better, we come up with all these reasons that to justify in our head, and that if you are an intelligent person, you can just come up with a couple of reasons in a matter of minutes. It's not a big problem, and you will justify yourself and tell yourself whatever that makes you feel good. So, my only advice to academics would be that you don't really know what you're doing. Yeah, you are comparing stuff with real life, with phenomena. Yeah, that is okay. But shrug off your arrogance and your sometimes overconfidence. Yeah, things work in this way, we understand the entirety of it. No, excuse me, you do not understand how the world works. It is way more complex. If you cannot imbibe anything, uh, if it is just your work and you cannot imbibe any useful aspect in your life, then how is it different from just working for somebody? So yeah, I think humility should be imbibed in academics, as a core fundamental trait, and as a acceptance that in the beginning itself, we don't know anything. We are not sure that whether what we are thinking is right or wrong, but we can make an approach, we can make an attempt, and that will and hope that that will help us in the long term, and maybe that would lead to discoveries like um, it would be scary if academics weren't there, if modern medicines wouldn't have been discovered. It's all because of some researcher working in the lab and doing their work. So it's uh, we are grateful that people like that exist and they have done, but sometimes things get a little messy, so that can hamper, and that can be some of the reasons and some of the observations. You might see that some departments or some branches of research are not particularly useful in the sense that the application of it is limited. And with that, I would end my video. I think I was blabbering for too long, but yeah, this is something I wanted to say for a long time, and here it is. Bye.